Hi there, Morganne, Afro-Asian Queer Intuitive Empath, who's a therapist and a psychologist. I have a decolonized holistic mental health practice, and I believe that your health is activism. And here in this YouTube channel, I'm here to answer questions that people have submitted. And the first question that I have, which I love, is how do you approach therapy for intersectional sensitive people versus traditional therapy? And so when we think about that question, if I'm looking over there, I'm also kind of like trying to draw from their energy. When we think about that question, us as intersectional sensitive people, we're much more, we think in context, like a lot of neurodivergence, and we're inherently interconnected, even though we may not be able to explain how or why. So because of that, and because we feel more deeply, our ability to process what's going on in our minds, our body, emotionally, our intuition, and our spirit, and being connected there is going to be really pivotal. We're also, again, we tend to be more spiritually inclined. We tend to like things like nature, need space to be able to process things. And another aspect that makes therapy different is we're going to have to explore spirituality. For those of us who have experienced religious trauma, and I'm not supporting any certain kind of religion, but the way that we see life and the fact that it's interconnected and that we feel and perceive energy, that's definitely something that needs to be incorporated for us to be able to heal, for us to be able to accept ourselves. A third difference that's definitely predominant is we're going to be dealing with existential issues because, again, we're taking in our environment. We're trying to figure out what's happened. And for those of us who are intersectional, we've also experienced systemic discrimination. And we've felt the effects and seen the effects of how it's hurt ourselves and our loved ones. So 100% unpacking those societal expectations and our subconscious thoughts, what those expectations that were internalized, highlighted in other areas of our lives, is something that we need to do to be able to just take in and accept who we are. And so that's different from what you'll see in the traditional mental health setting, where we're just talking about just what's on the surface. So all of us sensitives, we think, feel, live deeply. So oftentimes we are not seen, we're dismissed, we're minimized. We feel like we're holding space for the other person because we have a larger capacity in terms of our empathy or being able to see, and we come out feeling worse. So that's why finding an affirming provider is important. And that's another reason I put out this content, because even if per se, we're not working together, I want you to believe that you can find affirming mental health care, that it's out there, and that you deserve it, and that you're worth it, and that you're important. So I hope this answers your question. If you want to schedule a consult to sign up for integrative holistic therapy with concierge service, feel free to schedule a free consult. If you want to schedule a one-off session, if that's something that fits for you, I have intuitive one-off sessions where I will intuit or mirror back your energy and then answer any questions you have about healing. Feel free to submit your questions here if that works for you, or you can also come to my free quarterly events where I have an open Q&A. Okay, so I hope that helps.